So thank you so much again, Kak Ngah. I would go to Miss Aruna Santapphan right now, also a psychologist, pegawai psychology Sukan or sports psychology officer. And her topic is also quite interesting, which is the resilience mindset on how to bounce back. Okay. Miss Aruna, are you there?
Yeah, I am. I am. Thank you so much
Hi,
for
how are
having me
you?
today. And yeah, I'm very good, very good. Thank you so much. And actually, thank you for inviting me to be part of the very powerful speaker. Actually, like when I'm hearing everyone's stories and everything, I feel overwhelmed. Like it's great that everyone is actually going through something, but it's the platform that we can speak about it. So congratulations once again, and I'm really honored to speak about it as well. So maybe I can,
Thank you.
because of my experience and stuff, maybe I can just share a little bit, the insights of what's going on and everything. Yes.
Right. Pleasure is ours. We are honored as well to have you here and the rest of the speakers. So maybe you want to tell everyone a bit about your background and what you do on uh, a normal basis. Do you want to share with
All
all of
right.
us?
Okay. Yeah, sure, definitely. Okay, of course, all of you know that my name is Aruna. I'm currently working as a sports psychology officer in National Sport Institute, or well known as the Institute Sukan Negara ISN. I also serving our current national hockey, karate, and let me think, shooting team. All right, I'm working with them now, and also other elite athlete as well. And I'm also a former athlete by myself. I played about 15 years in netball. I won my first SEA Game medal when I was 14, all right, and then there on it goes. And I also played 2 times World Cup, being a captain, bagged a lot of awards, being a back shooter, national, Asian, and even world level. And I finished my graduations in masters in exercise and sport psychology in Europe. So that is a bit
Amazing.
about me. So at least it might give me a little bit idea of like talking about resilience, because this is something that we really need now. Actually, I feel that's my personal opinion as well. So yes.
Right. Right. Wow. It's amazing that your success and your all the things that all the achievements that you went through. I mean, like, wow, is and I okay, being an athlete yourself and now as a psychologist in in the sports section. I mean, MCO 3.0 right now. Okay.
Is it
Um,
is it 3 or 4? You get confused now. Is it 3 or 4?
I would say it's 3.0.
Okay, all right. We'll
Okay,
be
it
much
doesn't
saying
matter.
that 3.0.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Okay.
which point O it
All right.
is, but
Okay.
the sports industry is I would say suffering. So, from your opinion, I mean, to have that resilient mindset to 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 sustain right now, I mean, I don't know where to start because I myself I own a gym. So I understand that people can come to work out, people can come to get themselves healthy. Even though we set very strict SOPs for them to come, they have to set their time to come. We sanitize the gym, every hour. We make sure that they wipe the equipments, and you have never heard of any gym clusters as yet. So from your end, what is your thoughts on this? And as an athlete, as an ex-athlete, and what you're doing right now, how do you stay resilient?
All right. Okay. That's actually a vast ideas about saying it. So let's say I think I would like to direct our audience again to understand what is resilience all about before we go to the. Of course, everyone's are going through something, right? So being resilient is something like if we remember Kak Anita and Kak Anna was telling that connect to people, do that, get help and stuff and everything, right? It's it's the way of we are telling our mind is that the ability for us to cope or to recover quickly from the difficulties. And I believe that every at a single point, either it's a smaller or to the worst, everyone might have gone through a difficulty in our life. So resilience is something that which is the ability for us to come back. We bounce back after we this one. But the whole idea is how much do we know about how to resilience back? How do we want to bounce back? That's the most important question. Do we enough equipment or enough tools or enough strategy to do that? Because I believe we are not saying that we are believe it's kind of a society that which is we are very acceptant. We are somehow like kind of following. we said, okay, let's be, we kind of say like redor lah, kita selalu redor, like we have that kind of tendency, okay, let me redor and everything. So if you want to bring back to the sport industry, yes, because they have a busy schedule. To be honest, athletes have a very busy schedule. And then people are coming to the sports and everything. Those who are in this industry, it's always are ongoing and everything. And now it's kind of like a break. Suddenly, like everything stops. What should I do? What will I focus on and everything? So this is something that which is resilience minds bounce back. It's already there, but now we are like kind of like re-emphasizing again what should we do in step by step again. All right. So that is the whole idea about resilience. But in my point of view, to build a resilient mindset is all about being aware and practice. All right. Like if you can relate to yourself as well, you are a gym owner as well. You believe that people who come into your gym have an intention. They come to your gym like saying that, okay, I want to lose weight, I want to build my physique, I want to be building anything. There should be a reason for them to come to your gym, right? So that is intentionally happen for them to come to the gym. And one thing they always love to give them is time. When it comes to physical, they love to give time. They say, it's okay, I'm going to give 3 months of window for me to lose weight. I'm going to give a 6 months to, get a six abs and sign of that, right? Yeah, all right. And then, but when it comes to a mental or when it comes to a mind, we forget to give a time. That is the whole idea that when we always see, we forget to give a time to our mind to practice, to be mindfully practice what we actually preaching. For Kak Anita was telling, it's okay to find, it's okay to cry and everything. So when we know that cry is one of the coping mechanisms, we want to do it. Not to say that we are ashamed about it. We want to do it because we know that it's useful for us, for example. All right. So resilience is always come back to whether you have a growth mindset or fixed mindset. This is something that is interesting, always love to talk. Are you perceive this situation as something challenging, or are you perceive this situation as an opportunity? So that's the two situations. I'm going through something, there is something happening, it's beyond my control, but am I perceiving that as a challenging, or am I perceiving that as an opportunity? So this is between the grow and fixed mindset. So you notice that people, when they already step ahead, which means they already they already embrace the grow mindset, which means when they see that it's a situation, they say, okay, this is something challenge. It's okay, I'm going to learn, I'm going to move forward. What the best thing that I can see from this? So this is something grow, all right? But when another mindset is the fixed mindset, where they will say that, oh no, this is very challenging, I'm going to complain, this is not happy and everything. So there's a lot of negative things are coming in and they keep stressing and everything. So ended up fixed mindset. So there's no more room to grow. And when there's a fixed mindset, everything seems not pleasant for them. So it's very hard for them to adapt to the resilient mindset, because in the first place, they couldn't even identify what is going on. So that is where it come back to awareness. You aware what's happening, and then you practice what you're supposed to do. So this is a bit about what is resilient mindset. And of course, this is what we are preaching to our athletes as well. So that they know that, it's difficult timeline, and it's very, very difficult situation. If you know, Olympic have been postponed for over a year. And we are talking about people training for almost complete 5 years in a high intensity. They do everything only for that sport for 5 years, and they need to just keep continue doing and everything. So it's a bit difficult time for them as well. So yeah.
Right. Because when you say about mental resilience, there are a lot of mental tools. It's just like when you have a computer, you can either use it for a good intention or a bad intention. So I think the same goes for your mind, that whatever your mind conceive and believe, you will achieve. So in that context, it's like it's what your mind tells you, but again, it's not easy because of what we are going through. Like when you say athletes, they have been training for 5 years doing the things that they do, and suddenly it's being postponed. To keep yourself constantly motivated. I know it's not easy because on a personal level, even though I own a gym, people say, you will do fine, you will be slim, and it's not. I go to the gym. I always tell people that yes, I go to the gym, but what happens at the gym is it's a different story. So to stay motivated and constantly telling yourself that you must be strong and all this, I know it's not easy. So how do you actually, for yourself as a psychologist, how do you keep athletes, or for yourself, for that, for that matter, how do you keep them, how do you say, stay focused on, don't lose your eyes on the prize, if I might say like that. How
Yes,
would you
yes, I
help?
understand. Okay, in terms of maybe in between, actually, I lost you. I couldn't hear what the whole sentence and everything. But in terms of like, yeah, it's my bad. But in terms of a little takeaway that I can give to our audience as well today is like, what are the tools and strategy that we can always use and remind ourselves? That is most important, because actually it's something that we're always doing. It's something that always there in our lifestyle, but it's just like we never pay attention. It's kind of like we always say that it's okay, I'm taking for granted, for example. It's okay, I have my family, I'm going to take for them for granted and everything. So I'm just going to say like a simple acronym so that people might can remember how we know this one. It's just like it's a four component that which is you've been actually going through this your daily basis. It doesn't sound nice, but at least maybe you can remember for it. It's like CWPE. All right. C stands for connect. You connect with people, like what Anita and Kak Anga were saying. You get connect with people. You prioritize relationship. At this time of time, you need to know what are the value of your relationship. So you know how to bounce back, because then you know that who you need to go back to ask for help, how to get connected. For example, this is a very good time. A lot of virtual things, a lot of online learning is happening. How many of us are taking time to go and learn something new, for example? So this is something that we want to use as I said, grow mindset. Okay, so you know what to do, then you will bounce back. This is how you get things to be done. All right. And then the second thing is like wellness. And of course, believe we have few speakers are going to talk about wellness as well, right? So wellness is something that we always again and again take it for granted. All right. Do you take care of yourself? Like we have a lot of mothers here, right? Do you take care of yourself first or before whoever your loved one? All right. So this is always come in verse wise. When we are providing so much, the women especially, we forget to take care about ourselves. So
Yeah,
always take
true.
care about yourself. You can do dancing, you can do anything. Make sure you get enough sleep. Make sure you get enough nutrients. Make sure you get everything. Then eventually you know how to bounce back. That is a simple thing that we want to know about it. All right. Practice mindfulness. All right.
Right.
Mindfulness is about like Kak Anga and even Anita was telling, right? It's okay to cry now. It's okay to feel sad now. It's just a moment. So you are feeling what you're feeling now, but it doesn't carry you forever. It doesn't hold you forever. You are keep moving. For example, if like say I say to you, be sad for the next 24 hours, can you do that? Like, don't think about any happiness. Just think about sad for the next 24 hours. It's become tough now. It becomes difficult now. And then all of a sudden you're trying let me go find something that's happy for me to do. We're just diverting your mind, giving instructions and saying that, hey, you're not supposed to do this, hey, you're supposed to do this. And automatically you're like, oh, okay. I'm feeling sad now, but it's okay, I can move on. It's kind of like telling yourself like, it's okay, for example. All right, okay? And then, of course, during a difficult time, a stressful time, anything, I'm not discriminating any stress level and everything. Everything's equally important. But what is avoid negative outlets? Like sometimes we tend to, like as I said, maybe we tend to take our life away. We tend to take a substance. We tend to become alcoholic. We tend to do a lot of things based on our ruminations. We feel very bad about it. So these are the things. Being enough sleep, being with the good people, that might be something that you can avoid. See how it comes in the stages, right? All right. And then the third one is purpose. CWP. You always need to have a purpose. All right. Because especially during MCO time now, maybe you lost your job. Maybe you don't know your schedule is completely different. All the time, last time you stuck in the gym for 2 to 3 hours. But now you got that 2 to 3 hours, you don't know what to do. And then you're running around your kids, you're screaming and everything. So everything is about purpose. Because last time you have a purpose. Early morning, you wake up, you drive your car, you go and sit in your desk. There's a purpose. Now there's no driving anymore. I'm sitting in the house. That's the purpose now. So you lose your sense. So get back to sense. Come back to your sense. Find your purpose while you're doing so. All right, okay? And then every time you ask yourself, like for example, what can I do about this problem? If you have a problem, of course, everyone will be talking about problem. What can I do with the problem now? Is it the problem too big? If the problem too big, how can I tuck it down? How can I break it down? All right, okay? So if I can break it down, then yes, you are fostering your resilient way of doing things. You're not seeing in a bigger picture, you're seeing in a smaller picture, what can I do now? All right, okay? And the last one, of course, without forget, you have to have a goal and then definitely help others. Goal is something that always keep you going. And don't say that I have a goal like macam orang Malaysia kan, every year, okay, I want to kurus, everyone, I want to kaya, I want to do that, I want to do this, but then tak tahu gimana. You don't know where it goes and everything. So goal must be very specific and you can achieve. And a simple way, a simple mantra that you can ask yourself every day. What can I do today? What the best that I can do? What can I do that I know today that can achieve the goal, that can help me to directions? Remember the keyword, what can I do the best? I do the best. What I know, do the best. If I know how to run, I run. If I know how to swim, I swim. If I know how to walk, I walk. If I know how to do business, I do business. If I know how to do reading, I do reading. Do what you are best at. Don't copy people. Then you become stressed and you become anxiety. So you see, that is how things come around and everything. And then of course, help others. When you help others, actually it's also for your own benefit. Because when you help others, your self-worth will increase. That's the most important, because you know that you have capability to hand help to others. So you know that your worth is higher than what the rest is thinking. And the last one is embrace, all right? Embrace healthy thoughts, all right? Okay, just take one step behind and see the perspective. Whether this perspective, of course, is stressful, it's difficult and everything, but how can I respond this situation to a different perspective? For example, if I'm always thinking in this way, what happens if I think in another way, for example? So just give a try. It's no harm of trying, right? We have ample of time now, all right, for everyone at home. And then as everyone is trying to highlight, accept the change. You must accept the change, because accept the change is something that which is constant. It will always happen. If you start in somewhere like virtual, if you're a business holder, if you don't change to your virtual, you somewhere. Those who are doing online business, flourishing. You know, Shopee is the busiest, the highest, whatever share market holder that they had. Netflix is one of the share market, because everyone duduk kat rumah tengok TV, contohnya, right? That kind of thing. So, you know, opportunities and kind of that. And then always have a hope that things going to get better. Because hope will keep us going also. Being optimistic, being hope, and then you can move forward. And last, learn from your past. If you already make a mistake, you have done something, learn from your past. All right, okay, so that you don't do a same mistake. So that is CWPE, all right? I hope our audience remember that. Get connected, wellness, all right? Find a purpose, you embrace your healthy thoughts. And if you say how to bounce back, sorry, okay, I just like, since I'm in the flow already, how you want to bounce back, remember these 6 steps, all right, okay? First, learn how to accept your mistakes, all right, okay? Learn how to accept your mistakes. Analyze what went wrong. What went wrong? Okay, I have doing something, but what went wrong? In terms of any way, you are an athlete, you are a business holder, you're whatever you are, it is. See what went wrong, all right, okay? You do it again, all right? Don't run away. You do it again, but do it differently. How can you do it differently? For Anita's case, it's something like, okay, how can I do differently now for the virtual? All right, how can I do differently? This is something that you want to constantly think about it. Don't repeat the same mistakes. Because people tend to do the same mistake. You go and invest, and then you invest again, you are wasting of your time. And then this is something that we've never been taught, or maybe be reluctant about it. Be open for any results. Because you have to remember, we only can control the process. Kan? Kita hanya boleh control the process. I can eat, I can sleep, I can do whatever it needed. But the results will come according to the situation. I can stay home, I can be safe as possible and everything, but any of the circumstances, I might can get a COVID. But I cannot control the outcome, right? I can control the process. So always remember, the process is within me. Outcome will come along the way. All right, okay? And the last, don't forget to take care of yourself. So CWPE and the 6 step AA, accept, analyze, all right? Don't do it again, do it differently, all right? Don't repeat your past mistakes, and then be open with the result and take care of yourself. So that is the compromise of my sales of the takeaway for our audience, actually. Sorry,
I really love how structured you put it. You know, it's so easy to follow that flow. I mean, easy as in listen, but to do it, that's a different story. But I love how you summarize it and how you compress it in a very structured manner. And I would say that my takeaway from that is self-care. When you put self-care in yourself, that love and that energy, it overflows to others around you. So when you know, it's a matter of taking care of yourself, and taking care of others, right? To stay resilient.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so
If you
much,
want to
Aruna.
start first, you always start with the grow mindset. That's it. The takeaway message, just start with the grow mindset. So see in a different perspective, and then you can move forward in any matter of the life. All right. Okay. So
Right.
all the best.
Right. I really feel like, I'm talking to my psychologist right now. Yeah. So thank you so much, Aruna. That was really
Thank you.
insightful. That was really wholesome, I would
Yeah.
say. So I think I wouldn't
Thank you.
want to waste more time. Let's go on to
Yeah.
the next speaker.